Hi everybody, it's Susie and welcome to another Wild Orchid Crafts video. I had made an altered pumpkin in my last video for Wild Orchid Crafts, and I had created with that altered pumpkin a beautiful vine that was full of leaves and pretty flowers in the fall theme for Wild Orchid Crafts. And I had quite a response back on people asking me on Facebook and on YouTube if I can go ahead and prepare a video tutorial for you to show you how I went about making that. Now, in the very beginning when I made that, I was cutting off these wires that come on the back of every mulberry paper flower. As you can see, this one is really very long, but some of them can be very, very short. So some of them I save. When I don't need them, I throw them away. But in this case, for this project, I decided to go ahead and do this ahead of time for the sake of the video. And what I did was use one of these floral vines that you can buy in Joann for like a dozen of them for like $2. And what it is, it's a wire with some fabric on it. You don't have to use this. You can certainly use these wires if you save enough of them and weave them all together. It'll work out fine. Or even a piece of crafty wire and then go ahead and spray paint it or cover it with enough flowers and vines that you won't even need to worry about what the color looks like. So, okay. We are in picture. There we go. So now, I'm totally excited to make this tutorial for you because I don't really do tutorials. So we're going to start. What I have here is I have selected some really nice fall colors to go ahead and do this tutorial, and I have some olive green trellis roses, tea rose, and some orange and walnut trellis roses in different sizes, which I'm going to incorporate the largest and work its way down and kind of mix some colors in. Use some of these really beautiful new spiral stamens that are really cute, and I had used those previously. They were a lot of fun to work with. And I'm also incorporating the mixed leaves, which you get in a package like that of all different kinds, along with these silver berry sprays that are very pretty. I actually wanted some other colors at the time, but they only had silver. So, and I'm going to try and see if I can incorporate some other colors in there, like the Mocha brown, and some of these smaller ones, the peaches, and some colored stamens. I don't want this to look too Halloween-y, but I do want it to look fall because I plan on leaving it on my coffee table until like Thanksgiving. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this vine, and I'm really not used to talking while I'm crafting, so if I stop talking, I'm just going to continue to create and pause and talk and so on. So I'm going to really start off with some of these leaves at first. And in my other video, what I had done was some of these leaves were painted. I won't do any of that until the very end. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start to work this. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your leaves and just wrap them wherever you feel like you want to put it. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this on. And then just simply bend them a little bit just to give it more of a lifelike feel. And you can really start off with whichever way that you prefer, but I really try to get a good layout in advance and get a feel on how it's going to look. And by smoothing this out with your finger, you're bending the wire that's on the back of every leaf. And these are kind of cool also, because in this package of leaves you got all these different leaves that are very, very, very themed for fall. And these were really nice to work with also. You can buy these. They sell these, a bunch of these, about 100 of them in a package separately. So you can certainly buy these separately if you these and just some like hollyberry leaves, those types of leaves they sell separately, but all of the other leaves come in a mixed package like these right here. The reason why I put the big one at the top is because the largest flower will go there. Doesn't this look like fun? Okay. Alright, so I'm here working my way into this. And I just keep checking myself every now and then to make sure that I'm in picture, and I'm in picture, okay? And I'm just going to put another one of these right next to this one. And if you notice there's some stray wires sticking out, I put that there in case I want to add a flower on there, or I might need an extra flower wrap, and I'll just have it there right away for myself. So, as you can see right now, here is the vine with the leaves on them. You can add anything you want to this. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I really love this flower, but I'm going to alter the flower by taking off one of these. Okay, which you're like, oh my god, how can anybody touch one of these beautiful flowers? But I do it many times because sometimes I just don't have another size, or I like the color but it may be too big. So don't be afraid. I just rip that off, and then I take off the leaf at the bottom. See that? Toss that to the side for something else. Put this back in, and I take my hot glue gun, put a little on there, and there I have a trellis rose, one layer smaller than everything else. Okay. And if one happens to come off a little and you didn't want it to, just glue it in there. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one at the very beginning, which I'm going to put that down over here. And I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to wrap it. Okay. Now, I was wrapping the wire around using the entire piece, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to try and change it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to take one of these silver berries, and I'm going to put that way up at the top here. I'm just going to fold that in a little. Don't be afraid to play with these. I like to make it look as natural as I can. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start this off. These are the Mocha Brown Open Roses in 1 inch in size. Just want to have some of those out. Okay. And these move around a lot, the flowers, so you can kind of position them in any way that you want to as you're going along. Here's a trellis rose, and that comes in a package of peach and orange in a 1 3/8 in size. So you can see that that kind of really brightened up the whole picture there. Alright. And so now I'm just going to bring in some of the smaller flowers here. And I'm going to also bring in another one of those silver bead sprays. I'm going to wrap the whole one around the bottom of this one. These are really cute. If you haven't seen them, they're new, but they're really cute. They're nice to work with too, and you can use them for any occasion. So here we are so far, and you can see that it's kind of really being positioned very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these orange stamens, And I'm going to bring that up over here near the purple, kind of brighten that spot up a little. See, once you wrap the wire around that, and I kind of pull that in a little, and you can bend these, they're really cute. And also, I kind of really like these new colored Stamens that they're carrying now. They're 180 in a package. So I'm going to be trying these for the first time. These are very cool. And the tips are kind of pearlized a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. Grab a few of these. I'm just going to grab a couple of these. What I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to try and see if I can get some kind of an idea on these. I'm just going to pull these together here, and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on that. Hoping you can see that. And I'm trying not to burn my fingers by doing it quickly, but spinning that around is going to kind of make these dry together closely. And I want to go ahead and put this in, and being this is not on a wire, I can actually use the wires that were already on there before I started adding any of the leaves. Remember that in the beginning? And if there's something that's in the way, you can go ahead and move it so that you can wrap the wire and then fix it later on. So now you can see that the stamens are sticking out there. Okay. Floral, which one am I going to use next? Okay, some of these peach ones are really very pretty. The hip roses. I'm going to try some of those. I'll take 2 of those out. And Wild Orchid Crafts has recently launched a new site, so if you have old item numbers, I believe all of those item numbers have changed. So you would definitely be able to look them up by name if you still have your package, and if you need help, just let me know, and I'll be happy to guide you in some kind of a direction. So I'm going to come back up over here at the top now, and I'm going to put next to that grape colored just a peach one, which kind of really looks nice by incorporating that walnut grape color with some of the peach. And it doesn't matter which direction your flower is going, because you can bend them in any direction that you want to when you're done, when you're going to put this next to whatever you're going to be designing with. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these open roses now. And put that in here as well. Mind you, I'm only working with a couple of colors. I mean, you can have a dozen different colors on this in any color scheme that you like. I'm going to also go on and take one of these green spirals here and add that in. My husband now is just coming in the door, and he has no idea that I'm recording. So if you hear Sue, you know what it is. Just trying to figure out where to put this. Okay, I think I'm going to put this way up at the top. So now I've got a lot of these stray stems here. I'm probably going to trim some of these away. I'm just going to close the door to my craft room. Can you hold on a minute, please? You'll know I'm recording when the door is closed. Okay. At the very end of this video, you'll see still photos of the end product, just in case my camera shuts off. So now, yeah, a lot of these stray wires are going to get annoying, so you can start to cut some of those off. and keep wrapping these around, you'll notice that it really makes this a lot stronger than what it is. And you see those stamens, they start getting entwined in there. Is that a word, entwined? Entangled in there, and it looks really pretty. You don't see the white anymore of that cotton in the center. If you have any stray wires, just bend them in. Or you can use like a flat nose plier like that to bend it in. Okay, I'm sorry, there's my dogs. It never fails that they'll have to bark while I'm videotaping. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bring in another Mocha rose, because I'm trying to have these bright colors and these deep colors with the greens and brown leaves, but also complement them with lighter, softer flowers, not to give it a very bright and too Halloweenish kind of look, even though it's really not Halloweeny, but that's not the look that I'm going for. Now one of these stamens are kind of loose, so I'm just going to grab a little glue here and glue a little bit of it onto one of those leaves just to give it some more stability. Won't be moving around anymore. Okay. Oh, why do they have to bark now? Okay. I have 3 German Shepherds. Okay. Alrighty. And so, again, selecting whichever flower that you want to go ahead and go with the next one around. Which I was thinking about this flower here that I cut off. I'm just gonna put that through. Oops, sorry. Put this through one of the vines here. I really don't like throwing any flowers away. I'm going to use that. You can see I put a piece of glue in there. A little dab of glue in there. Let that dry. A couple of seconds. And I'm just going to bunch the flower up. Like that. Kind of make a small rosebud out of it. And I have been doing this a while with some of these flowers, not to throw them away. So, and then I wind up getting this really sweet little rosebud in there, which matches nicely. So as you can see now, I can take that. That's one of those stray wires that I used. And just keep wrapping that until I get a little bit closer to one of the... Oops! That's a great thing to happen while you're recording. Okay, well, it didn't stay on the bottom, probably because there's no leaf there. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue it right on. And that will save me any troubles. So you see, that's the flower that I just made. And of course you can put some stamens in there, but I'm not going to put any black or orange stamens in there. I'm going to just keep continuing on now with adding some flowers. And I'm going to go ahead and use another one of these hip roses, which I have them in every color. They happen to be my favorites. They're all my favorites, and I do love all of it. Okay, and so there's another Wild Orchid Craft flower. Now I'm going to grab a couple of more of these stamens. Just going to pull these out randomly. These are really nice. So if you have a chance to go on over to wildorchidcrafts.com and get some of those for some of your... Okay, sorry about that. Just to show you a very quick ending here on my vine tutorial for fall. This is how it came out. It looks really very pretty. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my camera and bring this around to show you how it came out. It's quite a long vine. I'd say it's probably about 11 inches tall. I did add some other flowers on there, and I will have the list of everything that was added in the drop down box below. But just to show you, here is the flower vine, and I have all of the new items on here from Wild Orchid Crafts for fall. The berry sprays, the spiral stamens, the new stamens, and the orange, and also incorporating some of these other really pretty flowers. I will have the item numbers in the drop down box below, and all of those leaves that are in there. It's really very pretty. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Have a nice day.